And we are live in 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone and welcome to youtube.com, the site where you can entertain yourselves hours on end and where you can be a star yourself. Today we have our little known and young star Yorsim, who goes by Spacenote on music streaming platforms, in our studio. Wish him a warm welcome, and Yorsim, why don't you tell us something about yourself?
Well, thanks for having me. I'm Yorsim, I'm 17. I write, compose, and produce my own songs. Is there something more you should know? I don't know. He, them pronouns? I don't know. I'm working on a site which will have all my info, will have all my socials, but that's all coming out soon. It already exists, but I'm making small changes to it to fit my aesthetic more, to be more aesthetically pleasing, and you'll get to know me there. And if you just follow my YouTube channel, you will get to know me there too.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Yorsim. Our first question is not something about your highly anticipated song Wasted, it's actually about your name, or your nickname, that is. Spacenote, where does it come from? What are the origins of you thinking of that username?
In 2020, I think I came up with the username Spacenote, and first of all, I like space. It's interesting. Do I know a lot about it? No. Definitely not. Definitely not. But I love space. My songs are its own space and are for your own head space. Where I'm at, when the song is written, where I'm at, that is its own little space, right? So I want to like a double space meaning. And the note, I used to write all my songs on little sticky notes, actually, and that like if I wouldn't like a part, I would like just take the fucking sticky note off and just like put out a new one and like write on that. So it was always changeable, and this was actually because Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe, for her drawings she uses sticky notes too, and that inspired me to do the same but for my songs. And another reason, note, music, get it? Interesting to hear. So what we want to talk about first is the process of the song Wasted. The writing process, the production process, we want to know every single bit. And going off of your production of Don't Push Me Away, which was done in 3 hours and which the viewer should totally stream on Spotify, Deezer, and other streaming platforms, how long did the writing process take? Excellent question, actually. I don't remember it specifically, but I think I wrote it in one night. But the bridge was something I was still figuring out, and originally the Fuck I Messed Up Again, which you haven't heard yet and I just spoiled, was gonna be looped one time and then it would just go on to the final part of the song. Another thing about my lyrics in this song, and most of my songs, they're very, very literal. So, for example, I don't want my pants to have a yellow tint. It's literally because I was sitting on a yellow bridge, not wanting to get my pants dirty. And that's why it also takes me like really short periods of time to write a song. I had to, of course, make some adjustments to the lyrics to make it like fit better all together, and that's what you're hearing tonight. So I think the process took me a week. Let's just say a week to figure out, because there are multiple days there where there has been some little changes here, little changes there, you know.
And what about the song's melody? In your video you said, and I quote, "The song has come a long way composition-wise." You told us the chorus was only the same.
I actually want to come clean and say I was mistaken, and the chorus was actually not always the same. It had major similarities though, but like it's not the same. The whole song took quite some time to get figured out, and I set myself down at the piano a lot of times to make it where it is now.
And the production?
Unlike the length of figuring out the melody, chords have been the same ever since it was made. So the production of the final piece took like one day one evening I just grabbed my laptop, put all the instruments together, played it a little, and the next day I recorded it and mixed it all together to make it the piece it is now. Well, isn't that great and inspiring to hear? You also told us you wanted to bring back the feel of how the song was, sounded, felt as it was on that so famous party. Does it bring back any of the feels? So my friend Monty, who had been an absolute fan of the song and the literal #1 supporter had always asked me when it was going to be on Spotify. This of course builds up an expectation, and I just want to reach as high as I could so I would not disappoint him specifically. And he told me he got a very similar feeling that he had that night I sang the song at the party. Heartwarming. We are soon to reach the final question, which is now, what was the reason Wasted got created? So I had this mental breakdown on this yellow bridge while I was in Rotterdam, and I was just looking around, tears rolling down my face, looking at the grass, seeing train cars racing by. No. What was the reason? Why was the song created? What did you feel during the song that made you write these lyrics down? Made you produce this whole thing? This is kind of hard to answer for me, and I really am gonna have to think about it, because when I'm feeling a certain way, I write it out immediately, whether it be in a note to myself or a song. And with Wasted, I think the whole song is about overthinking, and it's basically when I had this amalgam of thoughts just thrown into my head and knowing no other solution kinda as to falling off of a bridge and feeling the mist and only feeling air, that kind of stuff, right? Because the second I'm gone, like, it wouldn't be long till like people would be asking like, oh, but where is he now? While my mouth is like literally shut because I don't feel like venting to people in like face to face. I find it really hard. So when I do, I trust you fully. And it's just that, to be honest. It's really just that. Well, that's enough for today, and we are gonna say goodbye to Your Sim. Your Sim got a million other things to do, and the song comes out in merely 2 hours, so Your Sim still gotta edit. He still has to film the other part of the video where the other one, Mirror Me, Mirror Your Sim, whoever you want to call him, still has to speak, and I have merely 2 hours, so I'll get back on that. Well, we love your presence, Your Sim, and we hope to see you soon again. Bye, folks.
It's